My dear friends, the gospel from John chapter 6 from verse 1 to 15 is about the feeding of the 5,000 with the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. The theme is the miracle with the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. It is my aim to emphasize the miracle that can happen when we are grateful for the little things. It is said that whoever wants to reach a distant goal must take small steps. How often don't we look down on the little we have? How often are we ungrateful because we think that what we have is too little? The gospel invites us to renew our minds and our deeds. Jesus, we are told, had a great following because they saw the signs he was performing on the sick. Knowing that they would be hungry, asked Philip where they could get enough for the people to eat. Over here, Jesus was not only interested in their spiritual well-being, he was also interested in their physical welfare. The response from Philip implied that it was not possible. In fact, he was very categorical in stating that even 200 days' wages worth of food would not be enough for each of them to have a little. Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, on the other hand, acknowledged the presence of a boy with 5 belly loaves and 2 fish, but was quick to add, of what value are these for so many people? My dear friends, for the disciples, the feeding of the crowd is possible only when there is enough. So they look down upon the 5 barley loaves and the 2 fish. How often don't we do the same? How often don't we look out for only the significant things? Taking the 5 barley loaves and the 2 fish, the text says Jesus gave thanks. In other words, Jesus appreciated the simple food that was available. He appreciated it even when it was in small quantity. My dear friends, the truth is that gratitude for the little things is the beginning of the miracle. Once we are grateful, our disposition changes. Once we are grateful, we become positive. Once we are grateful, closed doors begin to open. After it was distributed, and it was able to feed the 5,000 men without counting the women and the children. And the fragments that were collected filled 12 baskets. My dear friends, the image of the boy who provided the bread and the fish should remind us that he was no special person. So what he possessed, that was the belly loaves, was the grain of the poor. Yet, it was that which Jesus used to perform the miracle. With this, it's important that we stop looking down on what we have. It is time we stop complaining about how little we possess. The miracle is still possible, even when what we have appears insignificant. Like Jesus, we have to learn to give thanks. It is also worthy of note that the author gives us the setting for this miracle. He says, when the feast of Passover was near. In other words, the time to recall the Exodus episode when God saved and delivered his people. With John, the author of the 4th gospel, what is important here is that once God is in the picture, no little effort is insignificant. Once God is in the story, no amount is too small. No time is too small, no talent is too small, and no treasure is too small. My dear friends, what did David have when he had to fight Goliath? Didn't scripture say that Goliath mocked him by saying, "Am I a dog that I come against me with a stick?" Though Goliath had the experience and the powerful weapons, the sword, the spear, and the shield, what did David have? He just professed his faith in the Most High God. And with the use of the simple tools in his hands, they became the weapon for the defeat of Goliath. The same is true of the prophet Elisha when his servant doubted the significance of 20 barley loaves for 100 people. The man of God declared that in the name of God they shall eat, and there shall be some left over. And it came to pass. 2 Kings chapter 4 from verse 43 to 44. The conclusion is that what may appear simple and perhaps insignificant, something great and something wonderful can happen or can come out of it. The miracle begins with thanksgiving. Once God is in the picture, goodness and mercy will follow us. So it is important that we stop devaluing what we have. The miracle is still possible with the 5 barley loaves and the 2 fish. Hence it is said that blessed are they who see beautiful things in humble places where others see nothing. May God bless you. Amen.